start? Sure. Welcome everyone to our second Santiago data visualization meetup. Like I mentioned in our meetup page, our theme of the meetup is to show and tell. We invite speakers to showcase their projects so that other people can learn as well and also share their experiences in this space. And this is a monthly meetup, and we invite speakers who can deliver talks in either English or Spanish. So if you have any data visualization projects to share with us, please let us know at team@datacampfire.com. We have two awesome speakers today. First speaker is Pablo over here. He is a freelance interactive data visualization developer, and he will be talking about best practices of data visualization in journalism, and also errors and mistakes in information design. Our second speaker, Jorge, over here, he's a journalist and infographic designer. Also, he teaches at UC, and he'll be talking about infographic projects in Arabic and English, and his talk will be in Spanish. And a bit about us. We organize these meetup, and we, in daily basis, we work on Data Campfire. We host data visualization events where organizations become more data-driven, and participants for the events can improve their data skills through collaboration. And we are hiring two people, one data and skills officer who have backgrounds in data and education, and who is native Spanish speaker and fluent in English. And secondly, we are hiring part-time marketing officer who can do digital marketing and communications for our company, and also fluent in Spanish and English as well. And contact us if you are the one who, or if you know anyone who might be the one who can fit into this profile, please contact us at team@datacampfire.com. And let's get started. For our first speaker, Pablo, I'll hand it over.
Thank you. Yes. Well, thank you for inviting me. First of all, as you probably know, I'm not an English native speaker, so feel free to interrupt me on what I'm saying, and if something is not clear. So I will tell you about my work on data visualization, specifically in teams of data journalism. So this is me. I'm freelance. Blah blah blah. This is my Twitter and GitHub account. If you take a look, today I'm freelancing for these three awesome companies. The first one is Santiago. It's a fact-checking news portal from Argentina. Socio Público is a communication agency in Argentina that works for public sector and NGOs. And recently, last 3 weeks, I started working on DataWheel. It's a Boston-based company specialized on data and big data made easy. And I'm working specifically on Data Chile project. This is a complete platform about public data in Chile. So well, it's a long-term project. And I like this quote because in times of fake news, do you know fake news is? Okay, so I think this is important. Maybe we have to think before click share on some news, or this is just an opinion, or maybe it could be false. So I think this is the leitmotif of Chicago. That is the news portal that I work, and they specialize on fact-checking over public speech. That means the politicians say something that could be true or false or tricky or I don't know, true bad. You know, they have different verdicts. This is an example for Argentinian ecosystem. You know, this is a phrase from Rodríguez Larreta, and this is false. Yeah, this is the headline of the note, and then you click on there, and you can read the complete the complete note with the why this phrase is false, based on data, of course. So also Chequeado work on this kind of articles that they put some data and evidence over myth. You know, I mean, for example, carrots improve your vision. So this is a myth or not. Well, Chequeado wrote some articles about these kind of things. So Chequeado has a method. This is simple, but it's clear, I think. But first of all, the group of journalists choose a relevant phrase, relevant sentences that any public public famous person said on an interview or on speech. Of course, this sentence should be checkable. You know, you can put data on it and try to know if this is true or not. Then the second step is find sources and evidence. What kind of sources? Well, first of all, official sources, public information, open data, search, history series. Where is the data come from? Another kind of source could be alternative source. For example, some papers or some research from a university or a group of scientists. And of course, the third source should be the experts on this topic. Then you have to, of course, choose a context. Because, I mean, says what is the context of this phrase? It's in an interview, in a TV show. I don't know. It's important to determine, to say in the article what is the context. Finally, evaluate. So this is true, this is false, this is tricky, this is whatever. Then, and here's where I'm working, visualize this kind of data where the journalist found and explain why this phrase or this sentence is true or false. And finally, publish. Yeah? So during this method, this part is what I'm working on. And of course, you have to communicate data. And this is the challenge. I mean, all of you maybe work on data, and we are here because we are interested in data and know a little bit what is a spreadsheet with 1,000 rows. So, but a common public, it doesn't care. So this is the challenge here. I'm working on a small group inside Chequeado. It's called Chequeado Lab, and we determined some 3 ways with the journalism could create a chart. So if it's a simple chart, like bar chart, radio chart, I know pie chart, or something like this, scatterplot, whatever, the journalists use infogram. You know infogram? Okay, it's a web-based chart library as a service. So the journal itself could create a graph and a chart and embed inside an article in some 3 easy steps. If the data is geographical data, we use CartoDB. Do you know CartoDB? Okay, this is similar. They are similar because they are working on the idea of spreadsheet. You put rows in a spreadsheet and then visualize them interactively. So those solutions are based on third-party services. And the last one is when we can we can resolve the article with the lost one. So here is what I'm working on, to create special charts, special interactive news for the different articles. I think the key here is interdisciplinary teams. Sounds cliche, but trust me, it's totally true. It is important thing. For example, in Santiago works journalists, designers, developers, and more, because the expert is important in a team, because maybe the article or the phrase it's about, I don't know, medicine, and maybe you need an expert on this field to put some light on that. And of course, I have another key that is stay connected, and this is why we are here. Stay connected is know your community, know the people that's working in the same thing that you are, and also contribute, collaborate on open source stuff, open source projects. That's what I'm talking about. And also track behavior of every piece that you deliver with analytics. Don't be afraid about analytics. Don't be afraid about change anything in the day before. Another key that is a leitmotif on our team is everything works well everywhere. You know, because at least in Chicago, the 50% of public is from mobile. So if you are working on data visualization and create a full screen data visualization, impossible to see in a mobile, well, the half people that come in can see it. And I will present 3 cases and about how this process is going on. So the first one is checkability index. I know checkability is a word, but this is the name in Spanish, and I know how to translate it. The checkability index measures how specific the 3 main presidential candidates were in their pre-election speeches. Yeah. So the journalists listen and see every speech or interview in radio, national television from these main presidential candidates, wrote it in a spreadsheet like this. This is great, because a lot of journalists work on that spreadsheet at the same time, and it's awesome how things are changing. So every row is a sentence, and then every row has through a method that you, when you finish to complete this row with this method answering these questions, you have a quantitative index about how checkable is this phrase, how concrete. I mean, how many things they say during the campaign could be checked now or after the elections. So doing that, you clean the bullshit from the specific ideas and position, and also we have categories for each phrase, because, for example, the proposals, taking position, diagnosis of current environment, and of course alliance. So that is the different categories. When this spreadsheet is ready, it's too long, but it's ready. This information is what you need for creative visualization, just the numbers. Of course, if some people need to know how we arrive to this number, they have access to the raw information, to this spreadsheet. It's not a secret, it's a clear method. Well, and I put this on machine JSON readable, where I can create for every month, I create an object that includes every index calculated from the spreadsheet. And there's an important thing about this project. Chicago make an agreement, an alliance with another newspaper called LaNacion.com, It's an important newspaper on paper and online in Argentina. So the project, the interactive piece, should be available on both sides at the same moment with each design everywhere. You know, this is the final product. This is lanacion.com, and this is Chequeado. As you see, I work with two teams because La Nación has a designer, also Chequeado has a designer, and the information comes from Chequeado, so I think this is just one part, just one team, but I had to create two versions of the same visualization, which interacting with each design. So this is the final product. You have, and you can see that here the month after the election, before the election, sorry, and how the numbers are moving, how concrete are each candidate, and here are the categories, proposals, taking position on diagnosis, and you can see, for example, that Sergio Massa is the concretest. I know this is a word too, but this is how Massa is doing over all his speeches and interviews. I will share with you the link of this presentation, and also on every slide you have some links to the live sites here, just to take a look how it works. And also these parts are moving when we change the month, so they have some interaction there. Okay, the next case is also with Chequeado, and it's a financial campaign research. The idea here is to reuse, and how do you reuse the work of another person, another company? That is the spirit of open source, you know. So, well, the financial, well, I think this is the same in every country, so I don't have to explain. There are a lot of sources when the journalists work, and again, they complete a spreadsheet with this form. So every row is every donor, who is this donor, and how much they done, and where they working, and what is the source of this information. So they normalize this data and put it all of them in a spreadsheet. So meanwhile, the journalists work on that. I create a tool, I create a generic tool using, Open Knowledge Foundation, maybe? Okay. They create, some years ago, they create a website called Where Does My Money Go? That is a tracker of the finance and budget from England, I think. So they create a generic tool that creates, well, I think these are missing slides, but from this is the raw information. I create this. So from this spreadsheet, directly from Google Spreadsheet, is connected with the final visualization. So the journalists can change everything on this spreadsheet, and the visualization is automatic. So they, because here we have one dimension of information. I need two dimensions grouped by company. Here is, here the companies and every employee on this company. It's like a tree. And this is the final product. The same graphic, it's called I don't know, bubble tree. This kind of chart is called bubble tree, and you have hierarchies. With the first one is the main, and it's the summatory of every ball, in the orbit of the planet, and then you can go inside, and the different balls are expanding to the orbits of the moons. Also there is the links to see the live site and how it's working on. Can I click to show it?
Yeah.
Okay. Or I don't know. No. Yeah. Oh. Well, this is what I'm working on, because how I tell you, this is a generic tool. Maybe if in the future any journalists want to create a similar chart, they can do it with this tool. So you have to create a small spreadsheet with some structure, and then publish the spreadsheet, and then put the key on this generator, and you can see these kind of things. Yeah. So this is a test, and you have the main bubble, the sans bubbles, and the grand sans bubbles, and you can see the details on the pop-up. So you can change the colors, the labels, and the amounts. And this is an important thing, because in Chiquiado Lab we try to pay with code, because we use code at the same time. Well, this is the philosophy of open source, and hopefully in Chiquiado Lab we understand that. So, oh. Okay, yeah. So this is the final product. Yeah. And also, I have the third case. I worked on 2015 with a Chilean company called Poderopedia, and we created for Puerto Rican newspaper called El Nuevo Día, an open data portal to elections, to electors, to inform the electors, So here is where the data come from different sources of Puerto Rico open data, and they have a group, the newspaper has a group of journalists, experts on this kind of data, and they group, they clean, they move to a spreadsheet, ordered spreadsheet. And I create the backend of these sites. Of course, the spreadsheet is not enough in this kind of giant things, so I work with my SQL database and complete relational database. You can see the details. You can zoom in and see the details, and create a backend where you could update this information in the future. And this is the final product. Is a complete details for each county and for each mayor. For each mayor, you have information for each mayor, how many houses they have, or cars, or how many periods they are being mayors. And also we have complete information of every county. So I don't know, financial information, exporter information, population export information, so for every county of Puerto Rico. Also, you have a link here to take a look. So I work here with a complete team of researchers and journalists in Puerto Rico, and in Chile we are 4 people working on design, database, and data visualization. So it was a remote complete work. And finally, I have time? Yeah. So finally, I want to show you some funny things about this awesome account. I strongly recommend this account. It's what the fuck this. So they collect some mistakes on information, and this is I think this is my I don't know what I learned, but what I like, because when team doesn't, oh, where's that? I typo there. Doesn't work, because maybe this kind of information was made not by a team. I mean, do you understand what is why is one a circle and what happened in the section? I know, but this is right away. So this is. Could you anyone say me what is wrong in this chart? So yeah. Yeah, this is one. Do you know USA Today is a newspaper in the States? This circle, light blue circle, is the logo of the newspaper. So if you have the logo there, and also you have a legend there with the same color and shape.
Oh, they go to me.
Yeah.
No.
I think also, this is not Colorado. So this is ever wrong. And what are these arrows? If you shall put the legend and this and that. So this is kind of thing that maybe a designer resolved, but a journalist didn't care and publish. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is typically an academic paper with no sense of aesthetic, but ever does, I know, common sense. I know. Meetup. I know. It's completely wrong. This is the opposite. This is a team with just designers because it's awesome, it's beautiful, but I can't ever understand what it's saying. What are these numbers? Why I am the role number one data visualization or web at least is do not use 3D. 3D confuses you and it's tricky because the perspective could, I don't know, it's, you mean, this is great. And this is real. It's not Photoshop. So, first of all, why this is 3.4 and this is 0 to 1. So, next, what happens if every flag is, I don't know, 5? You have to stretch the flag over the top. So, this is why the visualization, I think that it doesn't scale, you know? Could any of you tell me what is wrong here?
Scale.
Scale. Why?
This is not zero.
Exactly. This is a tricky data visualization that can I don't know, be wrong, of course. First of all, why are these one stand on the axis? I don't know. But, okay. But yes, this is start on 48, and this is a huge, looks like this huge amount of growth, but it's not. Sorry. I think this is out of context, but anyway, why are 10 persons and why 31.5 million is 3 and a slice of a person? I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's me, but I see a pie chart. I mean, this is a pie chart. And we know that every pie chart is built 100%. So 100% fan pie chart is built with 33 nations, 2.5 million books, and kids. So I don't know. This is nice to see because it's a kind of infographic, but that's not make sense. Yeah, this is great, and this is worse because it's a paper. This was print. This passed every control of print information. So this is a kind of stacked bar. Do you know stacked bars? Charts, but built with letters and different font size that make you confused because you can't understand anything. This is fun. And maybe you already seen this. It's a gift that tell us that less is more, you know? So take a look how the different parts that design put on it, you have to remove it and the graphic make clear. Yeah. This is nice to think about. So, some references and links about data journalism and projects to inspire you. There is a data journalist handbook in English and Spanish. You can download it from there. And also there is a Iberoamerican data journalism manual with some examples of data visualization and data journalism on Iberoamerica. And that's it. Thank you. Any questions? We have time?
Yeah, you're perfect on time.
Great. So let me show you some project that I worked last year. Sorry. It's just for fun. It's not data visualization. You know the data shortness, of course. It's looking. So I described a site that is called messystats.net, I think. I have a data set with every goal of Messi and the matches and everything. I love Messi, by the way. You can see Messi center, and you have on this side goals, the assistants, and minutes played. So in the intersection of that, you have every match, every line is a match, and you can see text that say you in that day versus Almeria, Barcelona, and for Liga Española, Spanish League, they draw 2-2. And Messi scored 2 goals, no assistance, played the whole game. So this is an intersection, and every intersection has his information, yeah, with colors and stuff. And then you can see the goals, and then you can filter there, just with Argentina, and you can see the goals, the wider blocks, because with Argentina they play less matches, of course. And then you can see with what was part of his body score. Yeah, this is the chest. He scored a goal with his chest. Awesome. And also how many with Barcelona or with Argentina. Of course, this is not. Yeah. Oh, this is out of date. Of course, it's just with a commemorative of 500 goals in World Cup and in Champions League. Many. That's it. This was just for fun, and that is nice. This is the whole game, and it's a heat map of on which minutes of the game he scored. And this is darker because it includes the extra time.
Just a question.
Yeah.
How long it take to make this from the first idea to this?
Yeah, I know. I have a presentation about that. The idea was just play with Messi goals because it's some rich information. This site is awesome. They have also the geographical coordinates of the stadiums where Messi scores. This is great. Messi, that net, I think. No. I really like this site because it's useful and complete. Start player stats. And I scraped this complete list of the site, and I have that data set. So the next idea was, well, let's build something around this data set. For example, they have games for um, in this season, open goals. It's a complete statistical site, but they have no data visualization. So I create that, and then the official account, Twitter account of the Messi Stats retweet me with I built with his data. So it's just for fun and for self promotion, if you know. So this is I strongly recommend you to create things just for practice and see what happens. It's fun. So that's it. Any question about the presentation itself?
What are the main tools, framework, or technology that we use for
Yeah.
to do your work?
For backend, I use PHP and Node.js. For frontend, I use JavaScript, of course, based on D3.js. I use D3 as a main library, and also I use C3. You know C3? It's a tool that resolves a lot of charts. It's based on D3, of course. No. Gracias. Yeah, all. That's all. This is awesome because, put on D3 on the next level, you have not to fight with, axis or some kind of stuff that you ever rebuild and rebuild. So I use a lot of the C3. I use SVG. The designers gave me an SVG, and with D3, I can create transition twins, changing color, and this is good. And also, I can create mouse actions, pointers, hover, clicks. So SVG is awesome, and it works now on every device, and it's really clean. So I think it's that. I use SAS for CSS. And if I have to build a complex interactive thing, I use Angular.js, and I started using React.js, but that's it. Yeah.
So do you prefer to use SVGs instead of Canvas for visualization?
I know. Maybe yeah.
Because I read about the SVG animation was a little complicated.
Yeah.
So people were going into more Canvas simulation. I'm not so sure if that's the state of the art about the SVG animation.
I think it's depends.
Yeah?
It depends on what's your target site, your target public, and also what do you want, because I think you're right. A big SVG could be
Too
many elements for mobile, for example. But if the SVG is simple, it's okay with the performance.
Have you tried WebGL?
WebGL, yes, just for fun. Yeah, not it's awesome. WebGL, WebGL, you can create 3D worlds on a browser.
Yeah, but you can also use it for 2D visualization. So you can use WebGL and also you can take advantage of the processor for the.
Yeah, inside the canvas.
Nice thing with WebGL, I think.
Yeah. Also, there are people working on VR.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, this is the top of the technologies. They're working on JavaScript, but I don't know about. But yeah, I can switch between Canvas and SVG. It depends. It depends.
So,
yeah.
So with C3, the library that you showed, you can switch between those.
I don't know. No? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe yes. I think it's based on the tree. So I think. Yeah. I'm not sure. If I use C3, I use SVG because it's transparent.
Transparent.
It's transparent to you. You have to initially say the object and run, and it works. And also has a nice. There are a lot of libraries based on the tree, but I like this one because it's very customizable, especially on styles. You can change every style with a configuration or with CSS, so you can build whatever you want using the
So
power.
you can load an external style sheet.
Yeah, yeah, because it generates SVGs and you can change everything. Yeah, that's why I prefer this library. There are a lot. The other one that I mentioned is info brown. That is nice. It's easy to use, especially for non-technical people. They could create nice charts. They could embed these charts on the admin or a blog post, and they have responsive capabilities. That is a great feature today. So, I don't know. Any other question about it? Okay.
We'll have about 10-minute break before the second talk. So feel free to use restrooms and have drinks and get
Thank
to
you.
know each other more.